Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1.
September 10th, 6:15 at the courthouse.
Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already... Kay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her from the dark just a little longer, any little task will do.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we could finally lay this case to rest.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we're more than solved this case already, don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery, and why even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm Jess Holly, just a bystander.
I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must be, without a doubt, be Gumshoe.
And that's all you have?
Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal. We are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than inappropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think?
How I'm so like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is prove it by showing who the real killer is.
Everyone, Sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the arrest areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I have also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course, there's no need to confront her logic head on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump card she has up her sleeve.
Everyone, Sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2.
Hold it! Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible route to escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there wasn't an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future.
Hold it! Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
The scratch eyebrows and lies on your forearm are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhausted to the crime scene, lobby number 2 has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But is it also possible that someone escaped through a window into the garden?
That's the first place everyone looks silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They look into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah, there wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. Suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
Hold it!
The suspect, but I thought Detective Gumshoe alibi has been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I assure you this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday started eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking.
I see, she's done her research well, which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding.
Hold it!
You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to ride with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they'll ride with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about the sort of thing.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me such a flippant statement. I suppose we really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. Before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisco or myself speaking with you about the subject.
Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi.
I see.
As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else.
Wait, so basically the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty?
What about them?
Have you looked into what people were doing during the span of time?
What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into the lobby number 2, from the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Baden arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Baden heard the gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at the entirely different time? Then, when that gunshot you heard went off, what then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when.
Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number, care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
This, right?
Take that!
The tape.
Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell, the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found and loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up.
You can honestly mean the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video?
Ah, but I do, which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come in. And since we know that the method of time manipulation is possible, it's open to the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection!
Sounds from the television doesn't amount to much here, but of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth, a little Miss Von Karma, already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles?
Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until a little while ago.
That's right, if the rooms are soundproof, then we should have not be able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's it, end of story.
But it's not. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? There's actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is despite the fact that both rooms have air conditions installed. A window was open in each. Now, we know the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was open.
Objection!
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time.
Objection!
It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be open. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is...
Take that!
Miss Callisto Yu. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday, Mr. Rel.
What? You indict me? Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer?
I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course, I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now?
Of course I do, Edgeworth.
My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right?
Misuse rebuttal.
You argue that the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with logic as full of holes as yours.
Yo, we're finishing up soon. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will be blown away. Now is the Pandit von Karma perfect proof to the test. You argue that the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did it?
Hold it!
Evidence. All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we know straight away.
Be my guest.
It sounds as though she has room to maneuver, which means, even if we were to lift prints, they only show if it was someone else, but why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting the piece of evidence I have nothing to lose?
What's wrong? The scrunched eyebrows lies in your forehead, they're all back. More importantly, are you going to be okay not running a fingerprint analysis?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, alright?
So we just have to press this, right?
Objection!
I assure you, you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu?
Aha, Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I recommend for boys, you know.
But this isn't mine.
That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Bad, you see.
Yes, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. Now you are the one who gave the bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
And that you're super easy to rile up. So what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of the best perfume. That's according to Detective Bad.
Who? Oh, I know.
You also knew that if you spill it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Objection!
Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection!
The timing when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you don't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean? Miss Yu, you're the one who got Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway, is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss Yu.
You accuse me of murder of the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday.
Would you care to testify as to why?
Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top, but I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of the display of von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday.
After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from.
Miles, her testimony is flawless.
Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking information, I'll just draw it out from her. I wanna see what happens in the second stand. I know what's gonna happen. For funsies. I just wanna do this for fun.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist your attack against my mentor.
Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I do is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire.
How dare you?
Say such a thing.
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you.
Why did you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Hold it!
All I had to do was that? At this rate, she would have barely escaped. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag.
Miles, what do you think you're doing?
Huh, I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing.
Huh? I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today.
Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
Oh, so that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagasa has sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Did you really think you could trap me? Come on now, be honest.
I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might have penned what you just said to your testimony.
Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you like.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key that Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it, in fact, has the secret ability to transform it into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not?
Yes.
Well, with the Yatagarasu key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now, just knowing that they exist at the Yatagarasu key? Get to the point.
I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know.
You would even now still fake ignorance?
I'm not fake anything. Well, we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa?
Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This is a piece of evidence that's more than real.
Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing?
Are you satisfied now? But of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you who was a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was?
Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time, but he didn't tell me about the key actually transforms.
Objection!
What you are saying is simply not possible.
Oh, and why not?
Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For with these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible. His Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information even with the police force is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition?
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh?
How can you laugh at a time like this?
She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
I suppose you're right, Miss Yu. I'd like to state that I also know you know the real nature of this knife.
Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth, the secret behind the Yatagarasu key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start from the Yatagarasu key could change into a knife? He does not know anything. He does not know anything. He does not know anything. Why would... Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu key would change into a knife? If she doesn't know it... I'm left with two options. Victim. So he's not the option. Let's see. How can you? She probably just realized that her flaw logic is actually in a panic. Ourselves with. I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you know, why would you put it where your mouth is? Show me. Oh, I will. I'll wipe the smile off your face by the time we're through. This is the moment of truth, the secret behind the Yatagarasu key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would have known from the start from the Yatagarasu key could change into a knife? So it would be her? Because he doesn't know. She doesn't know. We don't know who that person is. What was the reason he was gunned down again? Yeah, I'm trying to go for a perfect win, but I'm left like 2 cases.
Take that!
Oh yeah, I did not do it right. So then I was going for a perfect win. Because like I have no idea what I was thinking of. Oh well, I got like multiple options anyways.
Take that!
Nope. Cannot be.
Take that!
No? Hey, I got nothing else.
Take that!
Why is the person that is not even here is like, okay, I'm done. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu key to the police. And that is to say the Yatagarasu herself.
Herself? Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu?
Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rail to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who profess to bear grudge against criminals, why? Why do you something like this?
Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into some place.
You killed Faraday. Why? Answer me, Callisto you.
Callisto you, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the real thief, Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through the crack of the door. That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I fear my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let him to continue on the way they were, I would have been found. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both.
But didn't you say that you despise criminals?
But do I really?
You. Have you forgotten about the KG-8 incident too?
Maybe. What sort of woman would...
So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent?
Well, I had a good idea what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel was the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu key as evidence, and that he would bring it up with him. Which is why I thought I used the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk to Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let hold the Yatagarasu key just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
How could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought I gave him a quick, painless death.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gunchi under arrest. Something about having accidental created an eyewitness. And now, how that led the killers to think about setting them up as though they killed each other.
Then the trick with the surveillance tape.
Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after I was all said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet.
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client?
Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of who's first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Korean Embassy staff member, Dead Man.
You ordered a hit job?
You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad? I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such assassination?
It can't be. You're...
That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring.
How could this? You don't mean you're working with Manny-ko-chan too, do you?
Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer.
Be quiet, you! Yatagarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court.
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagasa has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagasa has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagasa key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'm still gladly take it.
You mean the key was your real target?
And even after I gave you such a great advice, didn't I tell you always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
You two get down! My body, I can't move.
Mister, to your right!
You! Are you alright, Franziska?
I'm perfectly fine, Miles.
Her voice is shaking. It looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bat, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. He may seem fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma, are you two hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know, she just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, sure. Detective Bat, sure. I'm sorry, I doubted you. Don't worry, sure. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops.
Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bat, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into a chance someday. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It's no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think the lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so as long as you're not fired, you should work hard and give all you have and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Oh, what is it?
Take that!
It's the courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. The Swiss roll Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective.
He's so happy it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Oh, that was a good pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like a Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? You only noticed just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick by your side from now on, Mr. Edward, sir. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from this ominous statement.
We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa.
Agreed. I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir. And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now...
So, do you remember me now?
Yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while. Kay, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I really was way back after all. Where have you been all this time?
Hehe, Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They live really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright.
Hehe, so does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible.
What's with the look? You don't believe me?
It wasn't the expression of my friends. I clearly said it was just impossible just now.
Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing.
Yep, that little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagara's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth, but he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you?
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
The Yatagarasu sent to the embassy a calling card.
Yeah, I mean, this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callista Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like Gotti card out.
But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I could have just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figure it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and Yu's identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I wanted to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Kay. Kay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of the evil woman.
That evil woman. You mean Callisto Yu?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe. Please, Mr. Edward, won't you help me?
Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude to leave for favors unrepaid.
That you mean...
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Now the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to soil your hands in crime, then I believe I can help you out.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you.
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Isn't that great, Kay?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy.
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with this chummy relationship? The great thief Yaragarasu. After all the time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burned Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorical changing identity of the great thief Yaragarasu. And the Yaragarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Like and subscribe, Sugar6B, I'm signing out.